Hi, everybody. It's me, Jordan Long here. And today I want to talk about how hackers think they're so smart. You know, they brag about how they can jack up any operating system. But only Microsoft Windows or Apple Macintosh operating system or Linux or Google Android or Amazon Kindle operating system. Give them Google Chrome operating system and they really can't do too much with it. You know, I mean, their viruses and their worms are always contained, and a lot of their malware is contained too. But they claim they claim they're smart, okay? And they basically, I guess, try to downplay the fact that they basically can't mess that operating system up, but they're smart enough to mess the other operating systems up. I mean, it's probably something like this. I can mess up. I pretty much know how to mess up Microsoft Windows or Google or Apple Macintosh operating system or Linux or Google Android or even Amazon Kindle operating system. I'm so smart. Yeah, that's what they claim. But then you present them with Google Chrome operating system and you say it's immune to viruses and worms and a lot of malware gets contained in a sandbox and can't do anything. They basically probably just play it off as, give me some time and you give me some time and I'll come up with something that won't get contained by the sandbox. Yeah. And I'm sure, but the truth is, they probably never gonna figure it out. When it comes to malware, it's a hit and miss, yeah. Some malware does manage to escape the sandbox, but most of the time the malware is contained, just like viruses and worms and Trojans are contained. But of course, these people basically, that's probably the truth. They probably do sit around, or at least talk around, thinking how they're going to jack that operating system up, but then they just give up trying. How are we going to jack up that Google Chrome operating system? Oh, geez, I don't know. I think we ain't never going to figure out how to mess it up. We could always go back to jacking up the operating systems we know how to jack up. Yeah, that's what I think. We go back to Microsoft Windows and Apple Macintosh operating system and Linux and Google Android and Amazon Kindle operating system. At least we know how to fuck those operating systems up. Yeah, that's right. If you're so smart, then how come there's only certain operating systems you know how to mess up, but then one operating system you can't do anything about? And I'm sure that what a lot of these hackers probably think that eventually one day the trade secret will be leaked out. They'll figure out how Google makes the sandbox work, and they'll figure out how to try to manipulate that. But that will never happen. Okay? When it comes to malware, yes, sometimes it's a hit and miss, but most of the time, malware is contained in the sandbox. Viruses and worms are contained to the sandbox, and they're never going to figure that when it comes to a virus or a worm, that is they're never going to figure it out. Okay? But they are so smart, apparently. They're iffin'. But the truth is, it's bad smart. It's bad iffin'. Because apparently, if they were so smart, why would Lucifer be tempting them to be using their wisdom for evil in the first place? But, of course, they're not all smart. They got their weaknesses. Give them an operating system that operates differently from all the other operating systems. One that contains threats versus doesn't. They don't really know how to work with it. And I'm talking about Google Chrome operating system, not the web browser. They're two different things. But they're not so smart, And apparently most of the time these people are probably like this. Why did you have to get a computer that had Google Chrome operating system? Now I can't do anything to fuck you up with it now. All my viruses and worms get contained in the sandbox, and all my good malware too. Fuck you. Yeah. Or like this. Why did you have to go do that? Why did you get a Google Chrome operating system computer? Now my viruses and worms and malware can't get through. Fuck you. Why do you gotta do that for? What do you gotta do that for? I don't know. Anyway, they would know. Anyway, that's just how they act like. Oh, they're so smart. But the truth is, if they're so smart, then why is Google Chrome operating system giving them a hard time? Why is it that only their ransomware or their scareware tends to get through? Why is it that sometimes malware gets through, but sometimes it doesn't? And why is it that viruses and worms never get through, but they're so smart? I'm Jordan Long, and I hope you enjoyed this video.